Welcome to Echoes of Praise. It's been our joy to be in Africa, to be able to share in the ministry there in Zambia. We thank God for the many opportunities we had to share with the pastors there. We had pastors' fellowships, we had some youth meetings, multiple children's meetings, some other times with the African team. So it's been a great joy for us to be there and be sharing that time. And that's the reason why the team is dressed like they are today. They're in their African outfit, and we want you to know how to pray about the ministry there. God is really blessing. We're grateful for the many lives that have been touched in Africa, and we're thankful for your investments in that as well.
Love. lessons that God taught me over in Africa was where true joy comes from. I've heard my whole life that, materials and things like that is not what gives true joy. But over in Africa, I saw these people who had what we consider nothing have more joy than most people that I even know. And that was because their joy wasn't found in material things on this earth. It was actually found in Jesus Christ.
The thing that I learned the most over in Zambia is that I have too much that I am afraid of. And seeing a whole bunch of people over in Zambia have so many things that they could be afraid of, but they're not afraid of, made me realize that I just need to put my trust in the Lord instead and just let Him take my fear away from me.
One of my favorite parts about Zambia was interacting with the kids. All my life I've loved kids, but I realized that I didn't respect them as much as I should have. And while in Zambia, I realized that these kids, they're just as significant and important as adults. Even though they may not understand as much as we do, they're still just as important. Jesus told the little children to come to Him, and we should also tell the kids to come to us.
There are moments on our journey, following the Lord, when God illumines every step we take. There are times when circumstances make perfect sense to us, as we try to understand each move we make. But when the path grows dim, and our questions have no answers turned away. Trust the heart of your Father when the answer goes beyond what you can see. Bow the knee, lift your eyes toward heaven and believe the one who holds eternity. When you don't understand the purpose of His plan, in the presence of your King, bow the There are days when clouds surround us, the rain begins to fall, and the cold and lonely winds won't cease to blow. And there seems to be no reason for the suffering we feel. We are tempted to believe God doesn't know. When the storms arise, don't forget we live by faith and not by sight. Bow the knee, trust the heart of your Father when the answer goes beyond what you can see. Bow the knee, lift your eyes toward heaven and believe the one who holds eternity. When you don't understand the purpose of His plan, in the presence of your King, bow the knee, trust the heart of your
As we get closer to the summer months, I'm reminded of all the experiences I've had here at Mount Lucan growing up to lead me to the person that I am today. When I was 8 years old, I first went to Mount Lucan, and it was such an amazing experience because I'm a very shy kid, and I went here by myself, and when I got into my cabin, my counselor made it important that we were all inclusive, and we hung out together, and we built friendships together. And that was an amazing part of Mount Lucan because it made me feel very comfortable here at Mount Lucan. Year after year, the thing that brought me back was the games and activities. I loved the game and activities so much that every year I looked forward to it. As soon as camp was over, I was looking forward to the next year of camp. The thing that worked in my heart the most was the chapels. The chapels were so God-driven. I remember toward the end of each week, Artie would actually be giving messages that were making the people around me all just cry because of how much God was working in their hearts. And that working in my heart actually drove me to want to come back to Mount Lucan to be a counselor and to be on the Encounter team so that I can reinvest in the kids and youth that come to Mount Lucan as summers go by.
Savior.
just a few weeks, our summer camp program here at Mount Lucan will begin, and we want to encourage you to consider registering your teen or your child for a week of camp that they'll never forget. Camp includes all kinds of exciting activities, ability to connect with other young people their age, but most importantly, to connect with spiritual truths for the purpose of life change. Go to mountlucan.org/summercamp and register your young person for camp today.